Welcome back, Bowling World fans. Today we're going to drill the new Ebonite GB4 Pearl. This ball's already been an absolute beast of a ball in my bag, extremely versatile. If you guys have not seen my TikTok videos, here you go, a little bit of a snippet of that as I keep talking here. But I went ahead and drilled this ball with a 65 by 4.5 by 65 layout. Now, big shout out once again to Brian Buckosh over from Brunswick Bowling Products for helping me out, figure out some new layouts. This ball rolls absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely the exact look that I wanted to go for whenever it came to drilling this ball. I haven't been a huge fan of the recent Game Breaker series balls, but this is definitely in the top of my bag now.
And it definitely has been a part of the top of my bag. It kind of comes out just about every single time that I've bowled in the last several weeks. The layout that I picked out, by the way, is kind of similar to that layout that we did on the Pink Widow urethane ball. If you haven't watched that video, click the link in the top right. But it's a control type layout, so we went a little bit higher front and bank angle with a longer pin to pap distance, allowing the ball to really be a little bit more rounded overall. I did this because of the fact that my original Game Breaker 4 Solid felt a little bit too strong overall, so I wanted to make sure I saw something a little bit different out of this one, and that is definitely what I saw. So yeah.
I've been throwing it for several weeks. I bowled with it in a tournament or two, as well as several weeks of league, and it's been able to allow me to play several parts of the lane. Now in this video, you're gonna see me play a little bit more further inside than I usually do, just because of the fact that I was bowling on a not so fresh pair of lanes, but that didn't stop this ball from being successful. Now, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the specs of this bowling ball. To start off with, we have the enhanced V2 core, which has an RG of 2.48 and a differential of 0.048. And then for the cover stock, we have the beautiful ruby and smoke colorway with the 12.0 Game Breaker Pearl cover. That's finished off at 500, 1,000, and 1,500 Sair with Crown Factory compound. Now, this ball, again, looks absolutely phenomenal going down the lane. It looks absolutely phenomenal whenever I put it on the camera to be able to drill it, and as well as it looks great whenever it goes to the pins.
Now, the enhanced V2 core is one of those cores that I've actually been a really big fan of over the years. As much as I haven't liked the Game Breaker series, the Vortex V2 that they re-released a few years ago is actually one of my favorite balls whenever it was released. I was able to use that ball a ton. And I think definitely the combination of that core with this 12.0 Pearl Game Breaker cover is definitely absolutely smart whenever it came down to it. Now, obviously, if you guys didn't know this already, the color pigment on a bowling ball kind of changes how a bowling ball can roll. So normally whenever we see these pearlized covers, we see them on a little bit of a brighter ball and those brighter colors. But because of the fact that these colors are a little bit more on the darker scale, it allows this ball to really see friction a little bit differently, which I didn't expect. It's a lot smoother of a shape than you normally would see, so it's not as responsive to friction, if that's the word that you want to hear. But yeah, no, as always, gluing in our vise, insert PO blacks. This has been something that I've mentioned a lot lately, but you know, everybody always asks what kind of grips I use and all that, as well as the whole vacuum inserts thing. You guys interested in vacuum inserts? You guys want to see a video more about vacuum inserts? Leave a comment down below. Let's kind of get the ball rolling on that, see if anybody wants to see how I do these.
Let's go ahead and get this ball on the lane for you guys and see what it can do.
Now, I mentioned this in the last video, but if you haven't just yet, make sure you guys go to bowlingworld.biz and grab a chamois. People, it is 2022. Chamois are the way to go. They're super nice. They are super durable, and you can also wash them over time and not have to worry about the actual performance of them. Now, I went ahead and threw this first shot, and as soon as I threw this first shot, I realized that this pair was a little bit more fried than I expected. As soon as I tripped that 6-pin, I started making adjustments. I was thinking to myself, well, let's go ahead and move about 5 or 6 boards, and then it became 10, 15, 20, and so on. But this ball is absolutely insane. It reads through the front and middle part of the lane a little bit cleaner, so it doesn't see those pieces of the lane as much. But as soon as it sees the friction down lane, it starts making its change in direction. But it is still a more rounded overall shape, especially because of the layout that we put on it. And yeah, no, this ball has been a beast. It kind of got me out of some sticky situations in the last couple weeks while bowling league and some tournaments. We had a singles handicap tournament that I needed to shoot basically 260 plus in the last game of the second set of qualifying to be able to make match play. And I popped off a 290 set right out of the box with this ball. I also shot 289 whenever I filmed my first video on TikTok for it. So yeah, this ball is absolutely insane. And yeah, let's just go ahead and enjoy the insane pin carry that this ball creates. Now, after an intense session of slamming the pins around like this ball did, you're going to want to grab a bottle of Extreme Wash Ball Cleaner by KR Strikeforce and spray that ball down. Get it nicely cleaned up. This is going to re-tackify your ball and make sure that it's continuing its performance at its highest over time. So make sure you guys go over to bowlingworld.biz or click in the top right corner of this video right now and grab a bottle of Extreme Wash by KR Strikeforce.
And I want to give a quick shout out to AMF All-Star Lanes, Brenton Dupuy, Ryan Navarro, and Victoria Wilson, who always provide the space to be able to practice in. And as always, make sure you guys go to bowlingworld.biz and order yours today. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys leave a comment down below on what you liked about this ball and what you want to look forward to out of it. And make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Bowling World fans, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.